Today on CCX News, a city's significant growth, how Maple Grove is preparing for thousands of new residents. As we reported earlier this week, Maple Grove is projected to add nearly 20,000 people over the next 30 years. I spoke with the Met Council and the city to learn what that means for the future. The Twin Cities Metro becomes more sprawling every year, and over the next 30 years, it's set to get even bigger. That's according to a study from the Metropolitan Council.
The basis of any good planning is some understanding or some expectations about what's going to happen in the future.
The metro is set to grow by 650,000 people by 2050. One city that's supposed to have among the biggest growth is Maple Grove. It's projected to add nearly 20,000 people. Todd Graham, the principal forecaster for the Met Council, says that's for a number of reasons.
Our model does look at the quality of place, the characteristics of communities, the amenities that are there, accessibility to destinations, that is easy to get around.
Joe Hogaboom, Maple Grove's Community and Economic Development Director, says these numbers make sense.
We're not surprised. Maple Grove is about 85% developed, and so we know that we have room to grow.
Hogaboom says there's plenty of room in the far northwest part of the city and near its downtown. These Met Council studies help his department determine how to develop the city for its growing population.
And so we plan for infrastructure, we plan our roads, we plan our water, our sewer, utilities, all of that. So we plan to accommodate all this future growth that's going to happen in Maple Grove.
And besides space for development, Hogaboom's pitch to these 20,000 newcomers, the ever-growing city has lots to offer.
I really think it's due to our great location. We also have, an abundance of opportunities for jobs for people, options for entertainment, restaurants, parks. We have great schools.
The data also includes information about job growth in each metro city. We'll post that at ccxmedia.org. A bill from a Maple Grove lawmaker could bring work on the Blue Line light rail extension to a halt.
We should be considering bus rapid transit before we think about another mile of rail in light rail in this state. Bus rapid transit is flexible, it's much more affordable, it meets the needs of the communities.
Representative Kristen Robbins of Maple Grove wants to stop work on the Bottineau Blue Line until the Southwest LRT extension is finished. The Blue Line is planned to run through Minneapolis, Crystal, Robbinsdale, and Brooklyn Park. Met Council officials say delays will add about $100 million per year to construction costs. Several city officials living along the line also spoke against the bill.
Builders need extra incentive to invest, and light rail access is that incentive. Just the hint of extending the Blue Line has breathed new commercial life into my city.
The bill was approved in the Transportation Finance Committee on a party line vote with support from Republicans. It will head to the House floor. February 14th marks a sad occasion for the Robbinsdale Police Department. 40 years ago today, one of their own died in the line of duty. Robbinsdale police took time on Friday to remember Officer John Scanlon. Scanlon had responded to a burglary call in the early morning hours. A suspect hid in the building and took the 911 caller hostage. The suspect went outside and yelled to Scanlon in his squad car that the person police were looking for ran across the street. The suspect then reached into Scanlon's squad car and shot him at point-blank range. Scanlon was 35 years old, leaving behind a wife and son. A Minneapolis woman's home has a fresh start thanks to the generosity of a Maple Grove construction company and a Brooklyn Park nonprofit.
There's tons of power in giving. I was super happy to do it, and there's a lot of people in that house, and I'm sure they all had a better Christmas because of it.
Sergio Pena of Maple Grove-based Renewal Experts Construction spent 3 weeks outfitting the kitchen with new cabinets, appliances, flooring, and countertops, a value of about $20,000. The homeowner is a client of the nonprofit Community Action Partnership of Hennepin County. She is one of thousands receiving utility assistance from the organization.
To have that experience for one of our households, I said it's priceless.
Officials say the kitchen remodel giveaway helped shine a light on the need faced by families throughout Hennepin County. At Wayzata High School this week, it was a celebration of all cultures. In connection with Black History Month, students celebrated their diversity with a talent show called Shades of Brown. Photojournalist Dustin Scholl takes us there.
We are rehearsing for Shades of Brown at this very moment. Right now, we are doing a final run-through, a final rehearsal, just to make sure everything is going okay.
Shades of Brown is kind of like a talent show. You get to show your skills, your culture, your background. The whole school gets to see it. It's really cool to show who you are. I'm doing 2 dances. One's to an Usher song and one's to a Michael Jackson song.
It's an opportunity for students of color to recognize Black history, Black culture, and to do a nod. It is a nod to that. We do it specifically in February for that purpose.
You know, it's February, it's Black History Month. It'll give students an opportunity to experience music from the Black community a little more. I'm performing 2 acts today. I'm excited because I think it'll be cool to share a little bit of my culture with everybody and for all my friends to get to share their culture with everyone. We have songs from a lot of different countries: Kenya, India, China, Mexico.
I think the thing that's most important is that people go away and think, wow, that was really good. I really learned something. People are hyped up, they're excited, they're screaming for their friends. It feels good.
Wayzata and Hopkins boys basketball teams are 2 of the top programs in the state and are fierce rivals. That rivalry resulted in a great game on Thursday night, and emotions flared up after the game. Chaz Moots has more.
A full house at the Royals Athletic Center. Hopkins trying to get revenge from a loss at Wayzata back on January 21st. First half, Nolan Anderson goes behind the back, step back triple from the top of the key, tie game at 12. Very next possession, A3 Anthony Smith, the third step back of his own bucket, and the foul. Royals and Trojans trading baskets. Isaac Olmstead, 2 of his 15 here, fake and the floater. Wayzata up by 2. Right before halftime, Jaden Moore transition, slows down, spots up, splashes a 3. Hopkins took a 44-41 lead into the locker room. Second half now, Wayzata with the ball around the horn. Christian Wiggins, baseline reverse, pretty finish from the junior. Later on, the Royals got rolling. Smith on a fast break finds J.J. Semenko, contested layup goes in. A few possessions later, more from Moore. He put up 17 this year to Trey Moore. 3-ball no, but Jaden with the tip in. That gave Hopkins their largest lead of 15. Anderson got hurt and was unable to return, and so it was Wiggins who did the heavy lifting for the Trojans the rest of the way. He hit big 3 after big 3 for Wayzata. When it was all said and done, he ended up with 33 points. Wayzata clawed all the way back. They were down by 1 with 5.8 seconds left, inbounding underneath their own basket. Wyatt Macbeth gets loose, can't get his shot off, no call on the play. Hopkins got fouled and had a 1-and-1 on the other end. Trey Moore misses. Wiggins gets the rebound, takes 2 dribbles, and just misses from half court. The Royals hold on for a 1-point win.
We just got to pressure Christian Wiggins, Nolan Anderson. They're really good, and box out, no second shots. That's what Coach always tells us. So really listening to Coach Novak's game plan really helped us a lot.
In between Macbeth's missed shot and Moore's missed free throw, a double technical was assessed to both the Wayzata and Hopkins benches. Then after the game got done, emotions were running high with words exchanged between both coaching staffs. In Minnetonka, Chaz Moots, CCX Sports.
The Wayzata girls basketball team won at Hopkins in January, the Trojans' first road win against the Royals in nearly 27 years. Thursday night, Wayzata tried to complete the season sweep.
Hopkins looking to avenge a January loss to Wayzata. The Trojans looking to sweep the Royals for the first time in decades. An unbelievably fast start for Wayzata. Sophie Hawkinson scores and is fouled. She'd complete the three-point play, but unfortunately would be lost to an injury in the next possession. It's 12-0 Trojans. Ellie Howard hits for 3 a few minutes later to extend Wayzata's lead to 16. Then Howard drives baseline, dishes to Allie Burns, who scores 2 of her 15 points. Trojans are up 26-5. But Hopkins chips away. London Harris is open in the corner, and the senior drains a three-pointer. It's 30-17. Julia Diggs with some nice moves gets free in the lane and scores. Hopkins down 10 at the half, 34-24. Second half, Anna Frank knocks down the short jumper for Wayzata. They lead by 9. Malia White drained 5 3-pointers in the second half for Hopkins coming off the bench, getting them to within 4, but that's as close as the Royals get. Katie Kelsenberg with a big second half for the Trojans. She drives, scores, and is fouled on her way to a 17-point night. Wayzata goes on to win 76-70 to clinch at least a tie for their first conference championship in girls basketball in over 40 years.
I thought we did great. I thought we really stuck together as a team when, things kind of weren't going our way at the end of the first half, and we really brought it the start of the second half and really came together as a team.
And finally, congratulations to a couple of local state champions. On Thursday, the Wayzata boys Nordic ski team won the state team title at Giants Ridge in Bowabic, repeating as state champions. Hunter McMillan was the top Trojans finisher, placing 5th. Lila Golem of Wayzata was the top individual finisher in the girls' meet, placing 3rd. And Hopkins sophomore Logan Drevlo repeated as individual boys champion, winning the pursuit title by 50 seconds.